The air was heavy with tension as the room reverberated with the deafening quiet that followed her disclosure. I felt the weight of 1,000 broken hopes as my sister's weeping eyes met mine. The sorrow imprinted on her face told a story of forbidden love, betrayed trust, and the unexpected turns life may take. My life was about to fall apart in ways I could never have predicted in the small village of Crestwood, where cobblestone streets retained the echo of innumerable stories and secrets spoken through the whispering leaves. Everything started out very innocently enough. A love tale that blossomed in the shadows, out of sight of prying eyes. There was a bond between my sister Lily and my fiancé Alex that went beyond friendship and family. Their connection blossomed into a covert romance, veiled in secrecy and deceit, while I was preoccupied with organizing the ideal wedding. That chilly autumn evening was when the first signs of disaster began to appear. I found a string of enigmatic text messages on Alex's phone, words dancing like shadows. As I figured out the code they had created to conceal their love, my curiosity gave way to shock. The realization that the sister I had complete faith in and the guy I was going to marry had deceived me caused a knot to tighten in the pit of my stomach. A confrontation broke out, sending a whirlwind of emotions through our formerly tranquil house. The truth erupted like a flood overflowing its embankment, destroying everything in its path. Alex admitted to leading a double life in which love was unrestricted and repercussions were disregarded. With tears streaming down her face, my sister apologized profusely for the affair that had grown out of my gullible heart. After learning this, I had to make the painful decision to break off relationships with both my family and my love in order to save what little sense I still had. I opted for self-preservation and a solitary route rather than the din of dishonesty that had appended the cornerstones of my formerly contented existence. I was alone for months, with the memory of their betrayal lingering in the recesses of my thoughts. However, life has a strange way of adding unforeseen strands to the fabric of our lives. One sunny afternoon, a letter arrived with news that would change my journey's trajectory forever. Lily, who was expecting Alex's kid, asked for forgiveness and comfort. Her regret overflowed into the pages in the form of sentences that acknowledged the seriousness of her deeds and begged for forgiveness. Unexpected events had brought us together again. Not because of our decision, but because of the approaching arrival of defenseless lives. The narrative took an even more surprising turn as I struggled to understand the complexities of emotions. Lily gave birth to twins, lovely, pure creatures whose eyes reflected a deep purity that cut above the complex web of our common past. The universe's almost lyrical technique of entwining our futures was a bitter irony. Amidst heartache, the difficulty of forgiveness loomed big, a test of the resilience of familial ties. A thin line that connected forgiveness and healing appeared as I waded through the untested waters of co-parenting with the same people who had brought my world to its knees. A new chapter in our life was centered on the process of repairing broken relationships, reestablishing trust, and finding love. The wounds from betrayal remained, a continual reminder of the suffering we had gone through. Yet despite the destruction, the human spirit was resilient. Our entwined lives reached a precarious balance as the sun sank below the horizon, illuminating the Crestwood sky with tones of pink and orange. It had read like a tragic novel, the tale of my sister's tragic relationship with my fiancé. But in its pages, we found the strength to rewrite our story, paving the way for forgiveness, redemption, and the unknown lands of a fresh start. Years passed, and the twins, Emma and Ethan, developed into inquisitive, gregarious kids who skillfully healed the rift between two once shattered homes. The last trace of resentment faded as their laughter reverberated through the corridors of our previously depressing house. Co-parenting is complicated, and navigating it requires tolerance, compassion, and a dedication to healing. Family therapy sessions turned into our haven, a secure place where unprocessed feelings could come to light and be accepted. Rebuilding trust was a delicate dance between the past and the uncertain future, and each session was a step in that direction. Through all of the ups and downs, a new sense of oneness formed, one based on a shared responsibility to raise the innocent beings we had brought into the world, rather than a romantic love. Placing our children's welfare above the wounds from our past, Lily, Alex, and I took comfort in that shared goal of raising our kids. There were obstacles in the way of the healing process. There were moments of uncertainty and bitterness that threatened to rip the fragile threads of development we had laboriously weaved. However, we overcame hardship to get past our own hurts and go forward as a family, a strong fabric laced with strands of acceptance, forgiveness, and a dedication to our common children's welfare. As the twins approached their early years, concerns over their unique family structure surfaced. One time, Emma queried, "Why aren't Mommy and Daddy married?" With an old soul's wisdom. It was a time when openness and vulnerability were required. We talked together about the complexities of our particular family and emphasized the value of love in all of its manifestations. The residents of Crestwood, who had been informed of the shocking story from the beginning, experienced an unexpected change. Rumors and criticism turned to comprehension and acceptance as others saw how hard we really worked to provide the twins with a secure home. Time turned out to be the greatest healer, enabling hearts to open and wounds to heal. The story that had started out as an unnerving tale of loss and betrayal had transformed into one of resiliency, forgiveness, and the unwavering power of love. During the quiet times of contemplation, I came to the realization that our deepest challenges are frequently where the greatest teachings in life may be found. We were united as a family not by blood, but by our common goal of providing the twins with a loving home, after an unexpected journey that started with a startling discovery. Thus, our unusual family stood together as the sun set over Crestwood, creating long shadows that spoke of memories past. This is a monument to the strength that comes from love triumphing over hate and forgiveness over treachery. Our lives went on, with each new chapter narrating a tale of development, atonement, and the enduring strength of the human spirit. As the years went by, the twins kept developing into extraordinary people. Emma had a strong passion for the arts, frequently losing herself in the vivid brushstrokes on her canvases. Conversely, Ethan developed a passion for storytelling, crafting inventive narratives that mirrored the tenacity he had observed in his own family. Our mutual regard and trust were based on our common commitment to the twins' welfare. Managing school functions, participating in parent-teacher conferences, and commemorating significant occasions turned into customary facets of our non-traditional family lifestyle. The co-parenting dance, which had started off as a challenging routine, had become a rhythmic dance that demonstrated our shared power. Still, there were times when the memories of our turbulent history came back, especially at critical junctures in the twins' lives. An aura of introspection and nostalgia filled the air as high school graduation drew near. Our blended family experienced a gamut of emotions with the thought of the twins setting out on new adventures. While we were getting ready for the graduation, Lily and Alex came up to me and asked that we temporarily put aside our disagreements in order to celebrate this important occasion as a single cohesive family for the twins. I reluctantly agreed, understanding how important it was to set aside personal issues for the benefit of our kids. On graduation day, which came after years of cooperative parenting, tears, joy, and the tenacious spirit that characterized our non-traditional family, everything came together. Emma and Ethan, decked out in gowns and caps, grinned broadly as they crossed the stage to get their degrees. The audience, which included members of the Crestwood community as well as family and friends, cheered enthusiastically, their support reflecting the road of transformation we had just completed. I was overcome with thankfulness as the sun descended behind the horizon, illuminating the event in a warm golden glow. This lovely mutual accomplishment was the result of the struggles we had endured, the scars we had healed, and the love that had prevailed over treachery. I couldn't help but notice the strength we had discovered inside the complexity of our shared past as the twins gave us a tight family hug. We laughed, we cried, and there was an unspoken awareness that we had overcome all odds to produce something truly spectacular as the post-graduation celebrations carried on late into the night. The trip, which started with broken hearts and misplaced trust, turned into a tale of fortitude, mercy, and the enduring strength of familial ties. Through all of life's turns and turns, we had arrived at an unexpectedly beautiful location. Once a cause of suffering and bewilderment, our non-traditional family has transformed into a symbol of the transformational power of love, a force that can mend even the most severe wounds. I couldn't help but be amazed at the fabric of our lives as the stars shimmered in the night sky and shone down on our joint joy. My sister and my fiancé's once heartbreaking relationship gave rise to an unconventional family, one whose strength was its capacity to overcome hardship and see the beauty in second chances. Therefore, even though our story was unusual and full of turns and turns, I couldn't help but feel that, as we gathered beneath the night sky, surrounded by the warmth of newly discovered togetherness, our story had finally become a tale of redemption, resiliency, and the enduring power of love's transformational embrace. After that unforgettable graduation night, our non-traditional family kept changing over the years. Emma enrolled in a prominent university to follow her passion for painting and her goal of becoming a well-known painter. Ethan, the aspiring writer, started writing because he was excited to explore the wide world of imagination. The teachings of forgiveness and resiliency remained central to our shared experiences as our lives progressed. The wounds from the past had healed, to be replaced by the knowledge gained by overcoming the difficulties of love, treachery, and atonement. Lily, Alex, and I forged a friendship through the highs and lows that resulted from our shared accountability and sincere concern for the twins' welfare. Our relationships had become a tapestry of mutual respect, understanding, and a shared dedication to Emma and Ethan's happiness during the years of co-parenting. Our blended family took comfort in the unspoken thanks for our second opportunity, the warmth of shared memories, and the laughter that filled the halls at celebrations and family get-togethers. The once unsettling dynamic had turned into a source of strength, demonstrating the human spirit's ability to persevere in the face of adversity. Emma and Ethan carried the lessons they had learnt from the intricacies of their family history with them as they faced the difficulties of adulthood. Their viewpoints were shaped, and an appreciation for the beauty that may arise from life's unexpected turns was fostered by the love that had prevailed despite betrayal. I used to think a lot about the transformational potential of forgiveness in my solitary periods of introspection. In addition to determining the future of our family, the decision to move past suffering and offer assistance in making amends has also served as a source of inspiration for those going through comparable difficulties. Once a complex web of misery, our story has evolved into an uplifting tale of forgiveness and the enduring power of family ties. And so, despite all the odds, our non-traditional family flourished over the years, demonstrating that even the most broken ties could be repaired. The tragic connection between my sister and my fiancé, which gave birth to 2 children, had turned into a story about fortitude, forgiveness, and the enduring force of love's transformational journey. The turbulent journey that brought us to this location serves as a reminder that life's story frequently unfolds in unexpected ways. Even though our narrative was filled with suffering and betrayal, in the end it served as a witness to the ability of love to conquer the most difficult challenges and the human capacity for growth and healing. Ultimately, our family's unique journey taught us that the complex patterns created by the decisions we make and the challenges we encounter are just as much a part of life's tapestry as the threads of happiness and success. And as the last chapter of this incredible tale comes to pass, the lesson that will never fade is that even the most heartbreaking stories can become tales of triumph and redemption when they are infused with love, forgiveness, and the human spirit's resiliency.